Hello, this is HG Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XII! Since last time, I went back to the save point, obviously, and, this is where we fought the boss last time, but, now we're gonna keep going. I hope you brought the popcorn today, viewers, because it's cutscene time! Or Cheetos, or pretzels, or whatever you like to eat when you're watching a movie. Me, I like the traditional popcorn. Gotta have the extra butter on the popcorn, absolutely. I'm not bringing popcorn with me today, obviously, but anyway. The Empyrean Waystone. The Undying? Huh. Sure, let's touch this. What's the worst that could possibly happen? Or, what's the worst that could possibly await us there? Let's find out. Is it boss time? Well, we already had boss time. For some reason, this reminds me of Chrono Cross. Wow, serious Chrono Cross flashbacks. They even got the 6 dragon statues and everything. Well, they're probably gargoyle statues or whatever they are. I didn't get a good look at them.
Where is everyone?
Fear not, Princess of Dalmasca. We Occuria have chosen you, and you alone.
Where have I heard that voice before? Sounds familiar. Probably just my imagination. That little animation of all those blue things, I've seen that before too. It's not coming through. Oh well. What the? Looks just like Vayne.
Ashe and Dalmasca, we see your heart desires power, and power most holy shall we grant.
Oh, thank you.
Seek you the sun-crest, slumbering star. In tower on distant shore, it dreams.
So it's not here?
Nethicite, the source of its unending power. The Dynast King, his fallow shards, coarse trinkets cut from Suncrest's light.
Such power exists?
No, I was just jacking with you.
That are long passed away, we sought to save this Evilise, and chose Wraithwall, the Dynast King. He took the sword and cut the crest. 3 shards he took from its gilt grasp, and so became the Dynast King. His words and deeds run through your veins.
Couldn't I just take some of the nethicite that you got right here?
That's why I was given it. The Sword of Kings.
Just a thought.
The treaty held with kings of old is but a memory, cold and still. With you, we now shall treat anew, to cut a run for history's flow.
What do I need a new sword for?
Now take this sword, this treaty blade, Occurian seal, mark of your worth. Cut deep the crest, and seize your shards. Wield Dynast King's power. Destroy Vayne.
Yeah, I've already got the Sword of Kings. What do I need this sword for?
Vayne's an Occurian, a being like you.
Vayne is a heretic.
Why do I suddenly get a bad vibe here?
The nethicite is ours to give to chosen bearer, or to none. The heretic trespassed, and set the rose of knowledge in man's hand. With imitations they profane. It is anathema to us. We give you now the stone and task. Administer judgment. Destroy them all.
Judgment? Destroy them all? The Empire?
Well, yeah, what else were you going to do with the nethicite? It's an atomic bomb.
The hues ever skew history's weave. With haste, they move through 2 short lives. Driven to err by base desires. Toward waste, and wasting, on they run. Undying, we Occuria light the path for wayward sons of man. Oft did we pass judgment on them, so that Evilise might endure.
I got a bad feeling about these guys.
We are history's stewards. To set the course and keep it true.
Probably just my
The
imagination.
chosen is our hand, our fist. To let live some and crush the rest. Princess, you have been chosen.
Take your
revenge
Jedi
against
weapon.
those who stole your kingdom. Fulfill your role as savior.
Oh, so he was trying to guide us here all along. Huh.
Attain to your birthright.
Get a Revenge of the Sith vibe from these guys. Well, I mean, they're giving us the atomic bombs, so it can't be all that bad.
Ashe. What's with these Occuria? What gives them the right to tell you what to do?
They're gods.
Take revenge, as they ask.
We could not see them, but we heard the Occuria speak. They may be gods, but we are the arbiters of our destiny. Your Highness, I'm against this. The Empire must pay, but destruction?
Yeah. What else were we gonna do?
Does
How else do you
know
use
what happened to Dr.
nethicite?
Sid? Wasn't he saying he'd be here?
Oh yeah, where is he?
He should have arrived by now.
Thought we were gonna have another boss time.
And I should have realized by now.
That would have been cool.
He's not coming. He laid out the bait, and we bit.
Nuts.
Remember what he said? He wanted Ashe to get the stone. He wanted that all along.
Did he?
That's why he flaunted his nethicite. And reeled us in with his stories about Vayne, all to bring Ashe to the Occuria.
But wait, if we got a hold of the nethicite, wouldn't that be bad for the Empire?
Maybe he wants to see what happens when foes with nethicite collide. That'd be just like Dr. Sid.
Yeah, that's it.
I will search out the Sun Crest.
Alright, sounds like a plan. Where is
History
this
is
thing anyway?
built by our hands. That's his favorite line. He'd never stand by and watch the Occuria stones shape things. So, he was talking to Vayne all along. He wasn't mad at all then, was he?
Well, we already knew that when we were back at Drakthor, but okay. Yeah, why do we need a new sword anyway? I mean, couldn't the Sword of Kings just basically do the same thing?
Restore Dalmasca's sovereignty and make our amends with Lady Ashe.
Yeah.
It's the only way to avert war.
It is a war of necessity. Your Lady Ashe herself is bent on it. She desires it above all else. She will not rest until her revenge is full wrought.
I fear you misread her intent. She would sooner shun war than embrace it.
You are young, Larsa.
And you presume beyond your ken.
Then let us look closer. Judge Gabranth. I would have you seek after the Lady Ashe and judge whether she makes overtures of peace or war. Yours shall be the eyes of the Empire.
And should I spy war, I am to put her to the sword.
Well,
Is that
the
your
other way around.
consistency?
You put the sword to her, but...
It will
Yeah.
not come to that, I am sure. I have faith in her. Faith in you both.
Of course not!
On you, Gabranth, shall I wager all our fortunes.
As
We'll
you
just
will.
get together and have a great party and make peace, and that'll be it. Game's over. Everything will work out just smoothly.
That so sweet a child could be your brother is hard to believe.
Good to have
Larsa
Sid back.
is as he should be.
What's that, Vayne? Ah, taken the bait already, have they? Splendid.
What do you mean?
The Occuria have given the princess her treaty blade.
How would they not know that
The
already?
gods have chosen their scribe to write history as they deem fit.
Maybe he has an
Yes,
informant.
and she with fresh nethicite to aid her.
Yeah,
To
I'm
hell
so
with the
worried.
Occuria and their stones. What good? A power power that cannot be harnessed.
Might actually have to raise my voice half an octave.
No more.
We conquered 2 kingdoms that you might study these baubles.
Oh, I am grateful for the sacrifice.
Vayne hardly
Without
seems
it,
worried.
Manufactured nethicite would have eluded us. An unrivaled weapon, I warrant you. Tell me, Vayne, have I not been an apt pupil?
I mean, we're about to get atomic bombs, and he's just kind of sitting there like, oh,
My
darn.
counsel did but guide your able hand. Through power of man, the stones did you perfect. Yes. So much accomplished in 6 fleeting years. Man's fervor o'er all obstacles prevailing.
Our lives are much too short. You undying might waste long centuries away, but we, I fear, cannot.
Just so. Had we more time, we might have availed ourselves of more prudent measures.
What do you mean by that?
Your greatest work still lies before you.
You're not going to tell us, are you?
Not lightly will the Occuria allow you to wrest the reins of history from their grasp, back into the hands of man.
Indeed. What claim does Garen have on history's reins? Seated on throne immortal, rent from time.
I'm guessing that Garen is the one we were talking
For your
to.
ascendant's Vayne, I offer prayer. May you attain all that which is your due.
Attain it I shall. For too long have my deeds gone unrewarded.
Okay. So, what happens to us now? We just gonna... Oh, we got back here. Okay. Thought they were just gonna kind of leave us out there.
On distant shore dreams the sun Christ. Do these words mean aught to you?
What, no legend?
Didn't Redis say he was going to follow some other course? Maybe
Of
he found
course!
something that can help.
I'd rather stay out of that Sky Pirate's debt, thank you.
What's wrong with Redis? I mean, if you can't trust your own kind, who can you trust?
You're an expert on pirating now, are you?
Interesting that he says your own kind there. Well, anyway. Let's get out of here then. We gotta head back to Balfenheim there. So yeah, this will take us all the way out of here. But now that we have the Treaty Blade, you could head to the inner depths of the Great Crystal if you wanted to, but there's like level 60 enemies there, and it's really, really hard. So we're going to save that for post-game content. Yeah, basically anything with like level 60 enemies or greater, I'm saving that for post-game stuff, even though there's really not a post-game here, but I'm just going to call it that. They're bonus episodes, essentially. So, but yeah, if you wanted to go back there now, you'd have to walk all the way through Girovagan again. So, otherwise, stay back there and go through it. But anyway, what I want to do is I want to take a moment to save here, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and well, let's go visit Redis. What the? Oh. Power almost went out on me. Well, good thing I got my battery backup. Spent $200 on that thing. It better work. But anyway, I'm just gonna walk to Redis' mansion manually in case, well, some of you might have forgotten. I don't know. See, I like how they when they have the cutscenes. I like the cutscenes when they have them in the game. I just wish, this might be the only game that I've played that has cutscenes, but I wish they had more of them. Like, they got enough development. Well, no, I would want to see more development of Cid and Vayne and stuff. Yeah, I suppose they do a good job with what they got, but I like how Final Fantasy XIII handled it, where, yeah, it had probably too many cutscenes, but at least they spread them out a little bit, so you're not going like 5, 10, 15 hours between major plot advancements. So, They both have their advantages and disadvantages.
Ships in the water. Send fishing dories if need be, I care not. Glossair engines are as good to us as sky to a fish. Leave what boats have foundered. I want souls saved, not driftwood.
What's a fishing dory? I don't know.
Our armada ran afoul of bad water near the Ridorana Cataract. All engines stopped a sudden. Becalmed. Trouble with a mist thick as death, it seems. Those seas are yacht. I expected airship trouble, not a fleet foundering midst the waves. Tell me of what happened in Girovegon.
Why would we care about
From
that?
From the lay of your eyes, I measure all did not go well. Cid. Was he false, as I feared?
We got a new sword.
Yes. But we may have caught a glimpse of his true intent. We may now know what it is that Cid searches for.
So the deifacted nethicite was only a fragment? And these Occuria I know not and care to know even less.
If we strike this Suncrest with the Sword of Kings, no new stone may be born. We say the Suncrest is the source of all nethicite's power. If we might break it, the Dusk Shard would be as a thing lifeless. As for the manufactured nethicite, who can say?
There is another way. We used the treaty blade to cut a new stone from the Crest. Use that to fight the Dusk Shard and the manufactured stones.
Would you like to know the best use of nethicite? Will or nil, I'll tell you. You pick it up and throw it away.
So that way someone else can take it.
Either way, we have to find the Suncrest first, right? Don't we? Across the sea, and a tower on a distant shore. Redis?
Well, of course we're going to choose revenge. It's a Final Fantasy game.
Words, Vayne. I saw something of the sort written in some documents I chanced upon during my visit to Draklor. The Naldoan Sea, the Ridorana Cataract, and the Pharos Lighthouse. I sent my fleet to fish out the truth behind these words, and caught trouble.
Then proof is ours. This lighthouse on the Naldoan Sea is the tower on the distant shore. The strong mist that becalmed your ships is a grimmer yet clearer sign than any we might hope for. The Suncrest is there.
How big could the tower possibly
how do we
be?
Get there? Those seas are in yacht, as I recall.
Try putting this one in your ship. 'Tis a sky stone made to resist yacht.
Oh.
More spoils from the Draklor labs, is it? Why not use it yourself?
That's just the thing. My ship's a Bergerben model. It will not work. But, should it fit the Strahl, she'll fly in yacht. Lady Ashe, I would accompany your highness, if you do not object.
I am in your care.
Sounds like
but
a plan.
Tell me one thing. Why do so much for us?
The Nabudis Deadlands.
I thought it was Nabreus.
Nabudis was your home?
Oh, I suppose they're all Nabudis.
Nay, but a memory forever burned in my heart.
What do you mean by that? You're not going to tell us, are you? But now we have more party members! Or, well, one. But anyway, the reason I saved back there was because I actually don't want Redis to join our party right now. I only went through the cutscene here just because, well, it kind of connected to the previous cutscene, so I figured let's go through that all at once so you can get all the story in. So, you know, so it's not like you have an awkward gap between the cutscenes. The thing is that when you have a guest in your party, what happens is any experience you gain gets divided among the four of you, even though guests never gain levels. So I have a couple side quests that I want to do before moving on with the plot, and I want to go through those areas with only 3 party members to maximize the experience that I'll get out of it for those party members. So I'm going to go back to my old save file and, well, reload without Redis. And we can buy some new equipment here, so I'm going to list that in the video description. I'm probably going to get some new spells. Just take a look at what we got with Redis there. But yeah, so I'm probably going to get the new spells first, maybe some weapons. I probably won't have all the money for everything yet, but well, I'll do what we can. And we're only going to go through like a couple areas, and then in a side quest, and then we're going to finally take a straight shot to the end of the game. next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy XII. This is H.G. Bailey signing off. Have a good day.